welcome back to Fresh Brew HQ with me, Katy Roberts. Another great marketing tip for you today, and today we're talking about DIY blogging for your business. So stay tuned, lots of good tips coming up. We've all been there. We all start out with fantastic first intentions, which is exactly how you should start anything, with gusto and enthusiasm and excitement. But sometimes, and especially for those business owners who have had to learn how to juggle the daily role of accountant versus marketer versus salesperson versus customer service delivery person, all these best intentions often get replaced very quickly by the business of today, the stuff that simply has to be done in order to make money. And that's okay. It's happened to all of us. We've all had to adapt and change the way we do things, and inevitably things get left behind or forgotten about. The only thing that's different is how long it takes before business of today becomes the number one priority, and marketing and other nice to haves become the things that we save for a rainy day like today. And then we sit. Maybe there's a lull in business, or we're forced to be in lockdown and we've got nothing else to do, and we start to find that initial creative excitement that once ignited our business into being and made us get excited about doing something new. And we realize that we've horribly neglected the one thing we thought we would never neglect. So in this vlog, for example, we're going to be talking about content. For almost all of my clients, the notion of creating content is a daunting prospect, which is why they use me to help them. They choose people like me to build their content for them. Having a solid, consistent, regular content stream in whatever shape or size or form it is essential to any business, especially if you want to help current and prospect customers get a feel for what your business is like and who you are, building your brand. Keep your messaging to your clients clear, your business proposition. Position your business in a certain way or within a certain market, your value add. Share your insight and expertise without the hard sell, business development. Enable people to find your business online, especially if you don't have the budget to advertise, SEO development. Amazing. So if you're listening to this and you're feeling a little bit rubbish that you've neglected something that you feel you should be doing more regularly, don't feel that way. It happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us. It just means that your business has been moving forward and you've been driving it. That's great. But perhaps it's time to start thinking about putting plans in place to enable the rest of it to follow. So finding yourself some quiet time to get your focus back in check is the first way to get things back on track. Here are just a few tips that may help you get there. Make a note of things that resonate. I'm forever making notes on my phone or on a random piece of paper about things that I see or that resonate with me, or lessons that I learned that I think, that would be great to kind of share on some of my content. And it happens throughout the day. I may be walking my spaniel and have a thought about a cool blog idea, or I may be having a chat with my best friend and realize the importance of something else and need to come back and make a note of it so that I can explore it in a blog or a vlog or something later. I may read an interesting article in City AM, for example, which sparks a discussion on a client's blog, or I may see a picture that's simply worth sharing, and I shared this in a previous blog as well. Whatever it is, I make a note of it, mental or otherwise, and when I'm ready and in the right frame of mind, I turn that into an idea and develop that, usually in a blog, but it might be in something else, into something that I can use in my marketing activity, my social media, or even my email communication. The next tip is schedule yourself some time. Things don't get done because you let them, or in some case, don't let them. Yes, it does make sense. Schedule time to get things done is one way to ensure that you get everything on your to-do list, including blogging, completed. So whether it's taking a Friday morning in your favorite coffee shop to sit and write and schedule some social activity, or whether it's a first thing every day mission, who knows, whatever it is, whatever it is that, and however it works for you, it's the way you like to work. So you need to identify one or more, if it works for you, time in your diary every week where you focus on getting a piece of content together. You'll soon see yourself looking forward to these focused little meetings with yourself and the excitement of getting something done and concluded. You'll also feel the satisfaction of knowing that you are still putting something out there on a regular basis. Test it on a friend. This is a great tip. So test what you do on a friend. It's easier to spot mistakes in other work than our own sometimes, especially if you've read and reread your content so many times. If you're worried about things like grammar and spelling or context, or you're worried about simply getting your train of thought across, test your piece of content on someone that you trust, a coworker, a friend, a business mentor, whatever it is. Do it for as long as it takes to build your confidence back up and start pushing out promising content that delivers even more traffic to your website. Tip number 4, understand what the point is. If you don't know what the point is, then how will your reader? So often we start out with a great idea, and I've done this myself, admittedly. You have a great idea, and once you've written the opening paragraph, you're faced with but what's my point dilemma? And that's okay too. And sometimes we and our message gets lost in our excitement of delivering it in a compelling way. It just means that you need to strip it back and go back to the basics and the initial again. Try this. Ask yourself a couple of questions. What action do I want my readers to take as a result of this blog? What point am I trying to make? So informative. We're launching something new. Educational. 5 ways to become better at something. Threat. GDPR comes into effect in May. Are you ready? There are more. Then break your thought down into sections. And a great way that I like to do it is start your blog out with something simple. An intro. So a real context-giving introductory paragraph that sets the tone. Follow it by a tip or a thought 1. Next tip or thought 1. Next tip or thought 1. Followed by the closing. After the closing, never ever forget your call to action, i.e. call us to talk about your query today. Email the team for more. Take our survey today. Give your reader a clear defining next step. It might even be linking them to read something more somewhere else on your website. But a really nice laid out format of a blog is a great way to kind of help you process your thoughts and lay your thoughts out, as well as giving your client a nice, your audience or whoever the reader is, a nice, clear, structured way to read what it is that you're trying to say. It might be that each of your thoughts is in the form of a question. Okay, so it might be something like you're talking about something new that's exciting, that's happening in your organization, and it could literally be questions like, how does it work? And then write your first thought. How do I get involved? Write your next thought. Why is this important? Write your next thought. And remember to use as much terminology that relates and refers to your business and the services that you offer as possible. It's all good for search engine optimization. I will be doing some more videos about SEO, but for now, I just want you to get into the habit of practicing your own blogging. Don't be scared to write. And remember, you are the master of what you do. What you do, no one else does, which is why you've started your business. So if you think you don't have a lot to say, just sit down and start writing a few things down that you think might be relevant to people. It might be sharing your insight on a particular thought idea. It might be teaching them how to do something themselves. It might be giving your opinion on something happening in the news. It might be sharing an interesting story. It might be sharing a great customer testimonial. Whatever it is, a great way to get started is to just jot down as many ideas that you can think of that will form the basis of your content plan. Each week, you go through your content plan, you snap up one of those ideas, and you start to write. If you need a little bit more help, obviously I'd be happy to help. Use the independent consultants that are accessible to you that can help you deliver exactly that for you. If you want to know more about this, visit freshbrewmarketing.com. I'd be happy to help, but please let me know your thoughts on the tips of DIY blogging today. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. And please, as always, subscribe to the channel, share the posts, do me a favor, and I look forward to seeing you again soon in one of our next upcoming videos. Until then, have a great day. Lots of love. We'll speak to you soon. Bye.